Hello everyone, and welcome to another tutorial along with www.AllFreeBeadedJewelry.com. I'm excited to show you how to make this beautiful necklace today. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's go ahead and get started. The materials that we're going to need are your beading wire, glass beads, silver filigree beads, a toggle clasp, 2 crimping beads, a pair of wire cutters, and a pair of crimping pliers. Now it's important to note when you're choosing your beading wire to choose the appropriate size of crimp beads. The way you can do that is look on the packaging of the wire that you choose, and it will usually tell you the size that you need. Okay, so first we're going to take our beading wire. In this particular tutorial, I have 23 inches of beading wire. So first we're going to take one of our crimp tubes and we're going to thread the wire through it. Then we're going to take one of the ends of the toggle clasp. It doesn't matter which one you start with. And we're going to thread the wire through that, loop it around, then you're going to pinch the wire together because both wires need to go through the crimp bead. So thread those through. Once you've done that, bring it up just a little bit away from the loop. You don't want this too tight. You need to have a little bit of give. Make sure everything is nice and snug. And you're ready to crimp. Is when you crimp the wire into the tube, you're going to have one wire through each tunnel once you have crimped the tube. And I'll show this to you once we have done the crimp. So hold your wire like so. Then you're going to take your crimping pliers and you're going to start with the back crimp tunnel right through here. It looks kind of like a crescent, a half moon with a little dent in the middle. You're going to place the crimping tube in that channel just like this, making sure your wires are separated and everything is snug, and then you're going to crimp down. And after that first crimp, this is a 2-part process, you will see the indentation and how the crimp is shaped like that back channel in your crimping pliers. Once you have established that, turn your crimping tube so that the indented part is facing away from you and the smooth round part is facing towards you. There we go. Then you're going to take your crimping tube, you're going to place it in your pliers, and then press down again. And then you're left with a nice snug crimp. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start our pattern. And in this necklace, I'm going to use 3 green glass beads, then a silver filigree, then 3 more, and then a silver filigree until I have used all of my beads. Once you have strung on a few of the beads, you want to make sure that both wires will go through these beads because you're going to want to have a little bit of a tail here. This will add to the security and strength of your necklace. So slide both wires through the first few beads. It doesn't have to be a real long tail, especially if you're using light glass beads. And as you can see, they fit through just fine. I'm noting this because if they did not, you can use a tool called a bead reamer to make the holes a little bit bigger so that they'll fit over your wire. So these 3 beads, that'll be plenty of a tail. So what you can do at this point is snip off the remaining part of the short wire, and just be very careful that you don't snip your other wire as well. Okay. Then you can continue on with your pattern. And I will continue doing that, and we will be right back. Okay, so now I have strung all the beads onto my necklace, and now we're going to attach the other part of the toggle clasp. Now I have a lot of extra wire here, so I'm going to snip some of the excess off. Okay. We're going to take our second crimp bead and thread our wire through that. Okay, now we've threaded the second crimp bead on. We're going to take the other end of the toggle clasp and thread that on. Loop the wire around, and then just as we did with the other end of the necklace, we're going to thread both wires through the crimp bead and the first 3 beads. Okay. There's 1, 2. So what we're going to do, because we still have some excess wire, is take this little tail and just gently pull it down. Like so. Leave a little bit of your loop right through here of wire. And we can go ahead and snip this part off. Since you haven't crimped the bead yet, be sure to hold everything in place. Take your crimping wires, place the crimp tube in the very back channel of your crimping pliers. And look on this side, make sure you have it in there. Crimp down. Not too hard because you don't want to break it, just enough to get it snug. Okay, then you're going to turn the crimping tube so that the smooth side is facing you and the dent is away from you, and you're going to crimp down again. And there you have it. A beautiful necklace come together with a toggle clasp using glass beads, silver filigree beads, your beading wire, and a couple of crimps. Ready for you to enjoy or give as a gift. Thank you again for joining me along with All Free Beaded Jewelry, and I hope to see you again soon.